What's the most ironic thing you've ever witnessed? I moved to Seattle last year for a new job. I didn't know anyone, and honestly, I was terrible at finding my way around. Even with Google Maps, I'd somehow end up on the wrong street or miss my turn. My friends back home used to joke that I could get lost in a parking lot. One Thursday night, I went to this networking dinner thing my company set up. It was awkward, the food was bad, and I left early. By the time I got outside, my phone was dead. Like, completely dead. I hadn't brought my charger because I'm an idiot. I started walking in what I thought was the right direction. After about 20 minutes, nothing looked familiar. The buildings got older, the streetlights got dimmer, and there were fewer people around. I was in that part of downtown where you don't really want to be alone at night. I stopped at a corner, trying to remember if I was supposed to turn left or keep going straight. That's when I heard someone say, "You look a little lost." I turned and saw this guy sitting on the sidewalk next to a shopping cart full of stuff. He had a thick beard, wore this beat-up green jacket, and honestly, I got nervous, but he didn't move toward me or anything. He just sat there looking up at me. I hesitated, then nodded. "Yeah, I can't find my apartment." He stood up slowly, like his knees hurt. "Where you trying to go?" I told him the street name and my building number. His face changed. He went quiet for a second, then said, "That's where I used to live." I didn't know what to say. He scratched his beard and started giving me directions. Not just like go left, but super specific stuff. He said to walk 4 blocks down, turn right at the place with the blue awning, keep going until I see the construction fence, then cut through the alley behind it because the main road was blocked off. I didn't even mention the construction. I had no idea how he knew that. I thanked him and started walking. I kept looking back, half expecting him to follow me, but he just sat back down. And the directions? Perfect. Every single turn was right. I made it home in 15 minutes. The whole walk back, I kept thinking about him, about how he knew exactly where I lived, about how he said he used to live there. The next morning, I grabbed some breakfast sandwiches, a coffee, and this puffy jacket I never wore. I went back to the same corner. He was still there, sitting with his cart. I handed him the food and jacket. He looked surprised. "You came back?" We sat on the curb and talked. His name was Kevin. He told me he used to work in IT, had a decent job, a normal life. Then the pandemic hit. His company did layoffs. He couldn't find another job fast enough, missed rent, got evicted. Then he said, "It was apartment 3C, that building on Maple, right?" My stomach dropped. That was my unit. 3C. He kept talking. He said the kitchen cabinet on the left squeaks really loud when you open it. The bathroom has a cracked tile near the shower. The bedroom window doesn't lock all the way, so you have to jam it. He wasn't guessing. He knew. He'd lived in my exact apartment. I just sat there, staring at him. The guy who helped me find my way home used to call that place home. He used to sleep in my bedroom, cook in my kitchen, probably stood in that same spot I stand every morning making coffee. Now he was on the street. I didn't know what to say. I asked if there was anything I could do. He shook his head. "I'm on a waiting list for housing. It's just slow, but thank you for coming back. Most people don't." I started visiting him a few times a week. Brought food, socks, whatever I thought might help. One day, I went to the corner and he wasn't there. I panicked, thinking something happened. But a few days later, I got a note slipped under my door. It was from Kevin. He got into a shelter program and was working with a case manager. He left his new address in case I wanted to send anything.